As far as you can remember, when did Filipinos start settling in the Albany Park area?
I don't have any idea, but I know that we moved there in 1975, and there were about 10 to 20 Filipino families based on what I saw in the church. In our neighborhood, immediately around our homes, there were about 6 Filipino families.
What do you recall of the beginnings of the Filipino ministry at OLM in terms of dates, activities, leadership, regional groupings, number of active participants, etc.?
I believe I am the trailblazer for the Filipino involvement in the parish life because I started with the Mothers Club and I became a school board president, and then I became a lector and a communion minister with my husband Ron. And then I just got involved immediately after Father Headley did. But this was just after Father Headley and Father Ted O'Keefe came. Before that, Father Ryan had his German and Irish friends who were very active in the parish life.
Did Filipinos easily fit into the multicultural milieu of the parish?
I think after I had been there, they saw that they could fit in, and then gradually they became involved, especially when we had the culture night and when we had the festivals. But now when I go back there, I am so happy to see that they're really, really involved in the parish life.
What do you recall of the transition period when Father Headley started his ministry as pastor of OLM?
When Father Ryan retired, Father Headley and Father Ted came on board, and they had asked me, I don't know why, to see if we could do an outreach to the community because they noticed that it is a multicultural community. And so we did some door-to-door reach out, especially for the Hispanic community who had been meeting and doing their or celebrating their liturgy in a storefront on Kedzie Avenue. And so that was the beginning of the active participation of the Hispanic community.
Kindly talk about your own personal involvement at OLM, in church as a minister and member of the parish council, and in school with the school board and the Mothers Club.
I think I have already answered that, but the most important, I believe, was when I became the Archdiocesan Pastoral Council representative of the deanery with Cardinal Bernardin. I held that position until I left Our Lady of Mercy or Chicago in 1989. I was coordinating the opening and closing of parishes and schools, and it was a lot of challenges, but I learned a lot.
Do you recall the names of some of the priests, nuns, and lay people who made an impact on your personal ministry at OLM?
Yes, of course, number one is Father Don Headley, and then Father Ted O'Keefe, and then there was Charlie before them, who was left over from Father Ryan. And then there's Father Tom Libera, who was instrumental in my being a part of the Archdiocesan Pastoral Council of Chicago. And then Father Jim Dixon, Father Patrick Legas, Father Jim Gannon, who is now at Cardinal Street and instrumental in my going through my discernment as a secular Franciscan order, and then Sister Jeanette. And then so they people, the Hispanic couple, De Lianos, and then there's Peggy and her husband, and I can't remember, but my memory doesn't, is not cooperating with me, but I did a lot of working with the multicultural members of the parish.
Can you share some of your reflections about your general involvement at OLM, or can you share some of your fondest memories of OLM?
My fondest memories are the times that I was participating in the liturgy, especially when I danced the Pandango sa Ila, which is a dance of the light during an Easter vigil. And then when Father Headley asked me to be part of the Triduum liturgy, and I didn't know that we were supposed to go to the altar face down, but that was a surprise, I did it. And of course, the Mothers Club dinner and fashion show, everybody participated. I think it was a big success. And then, of course, the opportunity to work with the diverse church leaders, especially the Hispanic church leaders. and the opportunity to celebrate the Eucharist with the diverse members of the OLM family. OLM is going to be very dear in my heart because I buried my husband there, and my 3 children celebrated their confirmation, and my youngest daughter celebrated her first communion. The 2 others celebrated their first communion at St. Ita. Thank you.